So thank you for invitation, especially Armin, that he asked me if I would like to say a few words about Gottfried. And what just struck me to say about his intent, whole life intent, I would say, to put people together. So I would start and at ISPRS and follow in other 2 or 3 topics. So as far as ISPRS, he was involved already since 1972 as a chairman of working group Commission 3, dedicated to geometry of remote sensing systems. But he didn't stop his activities, and he's still active as a vice chair of working group 4, number 2, and his activity is valid until next year because of the postponement of the Congress. And he was elected as Congress director, so his career from working group chairman continued to a Congress director position, secretary general, president, and first vice president. And then he was thanked by the society, and he became honorary member. And in his position of being a council member, he attracted many countries. As you can see from the period being Congress director, it was China, Republic of Korea, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Madagascar, Popular Republic of Congo, and Peru who became members. And I'm sure he had a good part of energy he invested to. And it appeared again during his second period of a council member, when Bolivia, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Uruguay, Zaire, in Colombia became members of ISPRS. And it continued again in the last period of this highest period as a president. So it was Ivory Coast, Kenya, Malawi, Mongolia, Qatar, and United Arab Emirates. So this is a great number of countries which strengthened the society as a membership society. And I cannot say also something different, and this is what he established, and I mean ISPRS established under his presidency, and it was a new category of regional members. And first associations who became regional members were from Europe, ERSL, I will mention later, and Asia, Latin America, and Africa. So these 4 associations which connected local members or international members in individual world regions. So that was thanks to him. We have a different type of membership, and nowadays ISPRS has 14 regional members. And there is another group of associations which he was involved, and that was the association I met him for the first time, and it was in ERSA, European Association of Remote Sensing Laboratories. This is a much younger association than ISPRS. It was founded in 1977 with the support of ESA, Council of Europe, and European Commission. And you can see that his activities were split not only to ISPRS and to ERSL, but later on I will mention other activities. And then we will see that between 1980 and 1985, he became chairman of working group. So he also implemented a new type of structure of ERSL, and it was to create working groups. And he focused on space and cartography with his working group. And he was elected as vice chairman. So 12 years after foundation of ERSL, he became a vice chairman for the first period, 1989 and till 1991, and then 1991 to 1993. Then he became and was elected chairman. He was awarded again by honorary membership. He was again very active as far as attracting people from different countries, even from different continents, to European Association. So he invited people from Syria, from Tunisia, and he was, I think, the main person who caused that there was a first symposium of ERSL in Malta. Another topic which I wanted to mention is his cooperation with United Nations. I just picked out a few things, few items, I would say. It was a UN development project already in 1973. There were his activities in United Nations cartographic conferences, which he has regularly attended. And then in the last years, between 2012 and 2015, he processed with the support of Hanover University, a big project, UNGGIM ISPRS project, global status of mapping. And you can see a small sketch of the website of this project, and you can find a lot of pieces of information. You can use many questions and find different statuses of countries as far as global mapping and other international activities. And it's a little bit problem to make a complete list. It's in fact impossible for such a short talk. So I just picked up a little bit of countries which are connected with his name. I would say Canada, of course, Argentina, India, Costa Rica, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Guatemala, and so on and so on. And this is something which is not only traveling, as we heard up to now, but this is some activities which he presented, how to put people together. And it's a line he, I don't know, when started, probably in his childhood. And I wanted to say also something from other people to present. This is not only my feeling, but feeling from other side. And I addressed Argina Novitskaya from Novosibirsk, and she addressed her colleague Igor Musichin, and they helped me. They sent me a couple of photographs. I chose just 6 of them. And then I received a letter from Igor, where he expressed sincerely his relation to Gottfried. Why I am talking about Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk is a city where they organize an exposition of Geo-Siberia every year in April. And that was the place where Gottfried strengthened the relation between Russia and ISPRS. And he cooperated with Professor Antipov. You can see him on the upper left photograph. And there are 2 sentences in the letter of Igor. In the very beginning, I was shocked and nearly petrified by his way of communication and great sense of humor. Only by the end of the conference, I fell in love with this kind, sensitive and positive person. Thank you, Igor, for these words. And what does it mean, Konecny? Just to say something which is connected with my country. Gottfried Konecny was born in Czechoslovakia in Troppau. Czechoslovakia was a country which was created after the First World War and ended in 1993 by splitting into the Czech Republic and Slovak Republic. So Konecny name was originally spelled Konecny in Czech. And Konecny is an adjective that can be translated, and you can find it in Google Translator, as finite, final, terminal, definitive, ultimate, eventual, and conclusive. And what does Konecny mean for me? Finite, no, there are no limits in his activities and optimism. Final, no, he has no, and he has not said his final words. Terminal, no, in any of views from my point of view. Definitive, no, he is always open to discussion. Ultimate, no, he can see life as a development in the future and for the future. Eventual, no, everything has a continuation. Conclusive, this is something which can we connect with him. His life is a conclusive proof that he is one of the greatest personalities, not only in ISPRS, and a very good friend, and not only mine. So I must thank you, Gottfried, very much for everything you have done for everybody and for me as well. Thanks a lot, and a lot of health. Thank you.